Yeah, let's talk about like approach anxiety, because I think this is like the biggest problem that guys have. I mean, of all the guys that I coach, like people always ask me all the time, they're like, what do you coach guys on? And I'm like, well, it's kind of boring because 90% of it is just go like it's the approach anxiety. It's not because I found that most of the guys that come to me, that's the thing that they're struggling with, and you can't get anywhere else until you get over that. So what is it that you think that causes this? Why is it such a big problem for guys?
Well, a lot of reasons. So approach anxiety is basically when you're nervous to go talk to, like, you see a girl at a coffee shop at the grocery store, something like that. You think about saying something, you look at her and you're like, oh man, how would I walk up and start a conversation with her? It's definitely possible. I meet women in the grocery store all the time. I just met a girl a few days ago, at the self-checkout line. Like you can meet people everywhere. But here's the thing. Most people don't do it because they're scared. They're scared to walk up. So there's a few reasons why people are scared, and there's a few good reasons and a lot of bad reasons. So the bad reasons are, it's kind of like an outdated evolutionary mechanism. So, I'm sure you know this, like we lived in tribal societies, and it's very rare that a person will meet a stranger in their everyday life. But if they do, a few things can happen. Either maybe they'll talk to each other and go their separate ways, or the person will kill the other person. Murder on sight is was very, very common when we lived in tribes. And that's how we basically lived for 150,000 years, most of humanity. So we've adapted to be very wary of strangers, very wary of engaging with strangers, especially with women that we find attractive, because you can bet if you see a woman, like imagine we see a hot girl walking down the street like all the time. It's like, especially if you're living in PB, oh my God, you step outside and you just fall in love every 10 seconds. That did not happen in the tribal society. If you saw a hot girl just in the middle of the woods or anywhere just by herself, okay, you best believe there's a guy somewhere around there, and he will know if you start talking to her or try and step up to her, and he's not going to be happy about it. He's probably going to try and kill you.
Like seeing a baby cub in the woods. It's like,
exactly. Like, you think you'd run to it. Most of the people would be scared. They would be afraid because she is not unattended. So if you are in that environment and you see that we have these outdated mechanisms that cause us to feel a lot of fear. So the first part about processing this fear is that knowing that these are outdated mechanisms that don't really serve us as much as they used to.
Right.
However, there are some times where you don't feel fear when you're walking up and talking to women. Why is this? Well, a lot of it has to do with maybe you